Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how we paint the horse. So your kit's going to come like this in several pieces. So we're going to take our horse apart. Got hooves, feet, hair, nose. So as you can see, there's several pieces. This is going to be your body, but we need to paint the ears because the ears is what shows. So we're going to start with painting the body and just the ears on the back of this. And we're going to do the horse in chocolate. So I'm just going to dip my brush in. I'm going to take a little bit of it off. I'm going to paint the outside of it in the chocolate. And you don't have to paint the bottom of it because nobody will see that. And now that it's done, I'm just going to set it down. And paint the body of the horse chocolate. You probably just need to do one coat because it covers very well. There we go, and then I'm just going to paint the ears. Move my paint over the way, because that's the only thing that shows. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side. And you can throw your brush in the water. Then I'm going to paint the face. Well, I'm going to close up my chocolate so we don't spill it. And the face I'm going to paint in Chateau, which is kind of a white color. And the same thing, I'm going to paint the outside of it. This color you might do a couple coats. And I'm just going to set it on my paint stick there. And I'm going to rinse my brush off and close this up. And I'm just going to rinse my brush off, and then I'm going to wipe it with some paper. The next color I'm going to use is the Woodwick, which is a brown, and that color I'm going to paint my hair, and I'm going to do the outside of it. Get this out of the way. So this color, I'm going to paint the hair and the legs. The same thing, you want to do the outside of it. I'm going to paint the nose. And I'm also going to paint the base. I'm just going to put it down and paint the base. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. I'm just going to take another brush, clean it off. So I'm going to paint the hooves black, which is in this container. And just paint the outside. There's two of them. And then the heart and the star, throw this brush in there. I have this nice bright color. I'm going to paint it. It's called Azure. Just going to rinse my brushes off. And I'm going to paint them both this nice bright color. So I'm just painting along the outside edge. And I'll move some of this stuff away. Now that it dries really quick. Same thing, do the outside edge. There. So now I'm going to let this dry, and where I need 2 coats, I'll add a second coat. I won't need a second coat on the body or on the hair. We might need a little bit on the black. But yeah, so I'm going to let this dry, put second coat on, and then I'll show you guys when I come back how to glue it together. Now that we got all our pieces second coated, there's a couple things we have to do yet. We have to put the eyes in the horse's face and then the nostrils. So what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to use the tip of my paintbrush, and I'm just going to dab a little bit off, and then I'm just going to color in. If you can see, there is lines for the eyes, so I'm just going to color that in with the tip of my paintbrush. like that, and I'm using the coal black. Just like that, and I'm going to do the same for the nostrils. I'm actually going to use the black also, and I'm just going to, with the tip of the back of my brush, I'm just going to outline it. You can do this, or you can, oops, I got a little bit of paint on there. I'm going to have to do some touch-ups there. Or you can use a marker. Make sure you have clean hands, not like me. And I'm just going to go the outside of those lines. And then wipe that off. So you're going to want to make sure that dries before you glue anything on. So I'm going to show you now how to glue. So we are going to take, I use white glue, and I'm going to take dry off my paint, an old paintbrush. And I'm just going to dip into the glue. And I usually just go around the outside edge and then a few spots in the center. And then just a few spots in the center. And you're going to line that up. Just like that, and press it down. Okay, then we're going to put our face on next. We're going to do the same thing. And line it up. Oh, I touched my eyes. So I'll have to do some touch-ups after that. Then we're going to do the hair. And you can see I'm just going around the outside edge. This glue dries clear, so if you do get too much on, it'll dry clear. And then just the same thing, line up the hair. And I'm going to do the feet next, just because my nose is probably a little bit wet. Oops. And we'll put that one there. And then the hooves. Then I'm going to be very careful, and I'm going to put my nose on there. Line that up. So with our hearts and our star, we can put them wherever you like. Maybe you want to put it star on his head and a heart on its side, just like that. But yeah, you can put these, or you can put it on your foot, wherever you'd like to put it. But before I do that, I'm going to touch up some of my spots here. Right by the eye, where I made a mess. I might have to do a couple coats there. Let that dry. So if you do make little mistakes, you can fix them up. Just like that. We'll need a couple coats. Yeah, so I think I'm going to put the star right at the top of his head and the heart on inside. I'm just going to get some glue. Just like that. And then you are going to want to put them in your slot there. There. There's our horse. And I will fix up those spots and your horse is done. Thanks for watching.